Hey guys, what's going on? So in the video today, I'm very proud to be sending off this freshly finished bag to my friend Eduardo. Reached out to me. He's a super nice guy, lives in New York City, and he asked me to build him this expedition pack right here. So this is the new batch of British Tan Doubleshot that I got in from Seidel. I have 10 sides of this. It's a lot more of a tan color. I really like how this batch turned out. It's a really warm, brilliant brown color. So I have plenty of this stuff to make. I could probably make 15, 20 bags with all 10 sides that I have. So I just finished this thing up. Eduardo did have a few customizations to do. And I'll go over that here shortly. But for comparison's sake, so this is the new batch of British Tan Doubleshot. This is the old batch. This is both the same color from Seidel, but as you can see, this was an older batch, a lot darker. It's a lot more of a standard dark brown, but there's more to it than that. I don't want to just call it like a dark brown because it's not just that. Like there's, under certain lights, it does show off certain reds and certain cherry notes, whereas this shows off more oranges and tans and tangerines. This one's much more of a traditional tan, like I was saying. And but for the most part, these bags are identical in terms of like build components. We have the outer cargo compartment on both. One of the primary differences is Eduardo wanted at the bottom of the bag, I typically do blind stitching. So it's an inverted seam basically, so you can't see the stitch. Eduardo wanted actually the base of the bag to be double stitched. And this is actually how my original bag in Brown Chrome Excel is as well. It's double stitched at the base here. Now this is quite a bit more work, and once I get my website going, I'll probably charge extra for this because instead of just a single row of stitching around the perimeter of the base, I have to go around twice. And so that's probably an extra 2 hours that you spend going through stitching a second line of stitching around there because it's all hand stitched. It takes a long time. Any small deviation from the standard build I find does typically take up a lot more work. But that's okay because it pushes me to get better at bag making. It pushes me to be able to do more and more things, which I enjoy, because if I just did the same thing over and over again, I wouldn't grow, I wouldn't advance, I wouldn't learn anything. And so this way is a good way to like push myself. Now, this was the original way that I did my buddy Dave's backpack as well. I did his base like that. And I only started experimenting around probably on my second or third bag, just doing, inverted seams on the entire bag. There was another really cool feature. So Eduardo asked for so this is a special feature right here. You can see, obviously, this is a new feature. I don't have this on any of the bags that I made before. This is a new thing that I designed. Eduardo wanted a sheath for luggage carry to facilitate carrying the backpack on a piece of luggage. And so at first I thought, oh, no problem. I'll take a huge, I'll take a large, an additional panel of leather and stitch it across, And then I started to get worried actually that if I did that, basically incorporate a new panel into these seams, we would basically have along here 3 really thick layers of 4.5 ounce leather, basically sandwiched on top of each other. And I started to come to the conclusion that might be sort of unfeasible to put all that together that way. It might be too bulky at the seams. It might not turn inside out correctly if I did that. And so for that reason, I decided to I brainstormed ideas and I came up with this idea. This is an extra panel of leather, and as you can see, I did a hand stitch along here to fold. So this won't be a raw edge, this is a rolled edge on both the top and the bottom. And what the rolled edge is going to do, it's going to ease things going through there. If this were an unfinished edge, like something like this, over time it would actually damage that edge. And so I wanted something that would allow for a smooth entry and exit, basically a smooth transition through this layer right here. And so I tried it out on my luggage and it works really well. Really happy with how that turned out. So I quadruple riveted it in as well. And like you can see, my hand goes all the way through. Yeah, so it's super duper reinforced, and I tried it out. It doesn't impede your back in any way when you're carrying this. It's very comfortable on the back. In addition to that, I have my tension distribution strap system, which is also an ergonomically balanced strap system that really helps carrying the bag on your shoulders. Now, yeah, going through my different design patterns and stuff, I realized that this particular tension distribution design, if I'm going to go like full custom on my website, that might have to be an additional upcharge, because it is just a lot more work. It's a lot more components. It's a lot more measuring and getting everything right. It's really not a simple thing to do. That's why you don't see any backpacks with this, because it's actually kind of a pain in the butt to put together. So I'm not complaining. It's just I think something like this might warrant an extra $80 on top of the standard price of the bag, or something to that effect, maybe 100. I don't know. I haven't really sat down and really played with pricing yet. Really, all my pricing has just been sort of, how do I sell these things and make a little bit off the top after materials, and really I'm not making much money on the hourly basis. I did the outer cargo compartment here, and as you can see, really cool brand mark in here. I think that, yeah, I don't know what that says. It looks like a S, O, I don't know, but really cool. Eduardo wanted a brand, and I recommended doing it beneath the flap on the outer cargo compartment. That way you see it when you use it, and when you're not using it, you don't see it. And what else is cool on his is, so there's another brand behind, you can kind of see it here, behind the outer cargo, or right beneath the outer cargo compartment, and it sort of extends out here. So it's hidden, but it's there. And then finally, Eduardo also wanted a double stitched lip at the reinforcement lip at the top, which typically I just do a single stitched reinforcement lip at the top. On Eduardo's, I did two. Again, that's an extra hour and a half probably worth of work to do a second row. You know, once I get my website up and running, something like that will probably end up costing more, just because that is a lot more. It's a lot more punching. It's a lot wider of a piece of leather. It's also a lot more work to go around this twice. A single row, you go around twice already, and then a double row, so you're basically going around this 4 times total. So that's a lot. That's a lot of work. It looks like you just go through once for one row, but actually you go in, you go out, you go in, you go out, and then you have to close that loop by going in and out again. Overall though, I'm really happy with how this bag came out. This thing is a beast. Double enclosure straps at the top of the roll top. So yeah, so this is like my 10th bag video, so you guys pretty much know the drill. So what do you think about this modified design? I'm really excited about it. I think it really works. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please leave me your thoughts about this bag in the comments below. What do you think? How did I do? Thanks a lot for watching, guys. What do you think about this new design? I'm pretty stoked about it. I think it's going to work out great. What do you think about the comparison between these two leathers? Kind of a crazy contrast, right? I think these two batches are really quite different. For being the same color. I think both colors are absolutely phenomenal. I think this British tan is just more of a traditional tan, whereas this is probably closer to what Doubleshot would probably, or sorry, what Seidel would refer to as bay, which is more of a standard brown, bay Doubleshot they call it. This triple wrap bracelet that I'm wearing is actually an oxblood Doubleshot, so 3 shades of Doubleshot right there in one shot. All right, anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please leave me your thoughts about this bag in the comments below. And anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I will see y'all in my next video.